I am in Hong Kong, about to take a train to Shenzhen, China. It's going to be my first time there, and many people call Shenzhen the world's most futuristic city, so I'm curious to see it for myself. The plan for today is to get to Shenzhen, then figure out how to get to my hotel, check in, and then get first impressions. The problem is that I don't even really know how to take the train from here, how to get the tickets, and I have no idea what to expect up on arrival in Shenzhen. So I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting travel day. Feel free to join me. Okay, so here we are in central Hong Kong, and the first mission is to get a taxi from here to the train station. I see plenty of taxis here, but my hotel, I just checked out of my hotel, they told me they only go to the airport from here. But maybe this is a regular taxi. Let me ask this guy. Hello. Hello. Can I get a ride here? Yeah. Yeah? I want to go to the train station, the high-speed train station.
High-speed?
Go to Shenzhen, to China.
To China,
high speed, okay?
High speed, okay.
Yeah, these are the very typical Hong Kong taxis. They look very iconic here, really cool taxis. Okay, thank you so much. So let's see how much a taxi ride costs in Hong Kong. How many minutes?
Maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes only? Okay, not so far. Alright, and yeah, we have a meter here in Hong Kong. Taxis in Hong Kong are highly regulated. So in my experience here in this city, you don't need to worry about getting scammed. I really like the Hong Kong taxis, they look so cool. This is typical Hong Kong taxi, right?
Yeah.
It's popular here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, like 90% of the taxis you see here are looking exactly like this, like an old school style taxi. I really like that. And yeah, I just arrived here in Hong Kong yesterday evening. Just had a one-night transit here before traveling into mainland China now. And I see a sign, high-speed railway station, and it looks like the drop-off is underground. And yeah, that was less than 10 minutes even, and we are already here. Oh, this is interesting. Looks like there's a huge underground system just to drop off passengers. Huh, interesting, but yeah, I have been to this station before and I remember it was a huge station actually. Okay, thank you so much for the ride. 46. I have 100, 100, okay. It's okay, I don't need the coins. Just okay, thank you so much. Alright, let's get my bag, and then here we are. So 45 Hong Kong dollar for about a 10-minute ride. Okay, bye. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Yeah, Hong Kong is one of the most expensive cities here in this part of the world, but that was actually not too bad, I would say. Okay, so this is the train station we are at right now, and yeah, I have been here before, and I remember this station was huge. So let's see how easy it is to actually get a ticket here. I also don't have a ticket yet, and I took Chinese trains before, but so far I always booked my tickets online. But I asked at my hotel yesterday and they told me that, oh yeah, you can also just show up here and get a ticket here on the spot. So let's see if it's actually that easy. We have self-service ticket purchase here. Let's see if I can figure this out. We can switch it to English. Okay, buy ticket. Who actually reads this? Accept. And then, here we go, Futian. That is the station name I want to go to in Shenzhen. Yeah, you could even go to Beijing from here. That is quite far. Futian it is. I think the ride will only be like 20-25 minutes actually, so it's not that far from here. And yeah, I want to go today, Kowloon to Futian. Okay. It is now a few minutes after 3. Oh, the next train is coming in 1 hour, and it's sold out already for the first class. I have business class and I have second class seat. Is it worth it to buy business class for a 14-minute taxi ride? Probably not. So I'm gonna go with second class, and then I have to wait almost an hour, but that's okay. Select ID document type. I'm not Chinese. I have a passport. Yeah, if you want to buy a train ticket anywhere at least in mainland China, I'm not sure how it is here, but in mainland China, you always need your passport to buy train tickets, because the train ticket is basically connected with your passport. So in mainland China, you can only enter train stations with your passport, which to be honest I think is a great system, because in Germany you don't even need a ticket to enter the train stations, which leads to always so many people in the train stations that have nothing to do there. Please place your wrong document information. Please go to the ticket counter for assistance. Yeah, okay, here we go. It's not as easy as the hotel receptionist told me. Okay, but happy days. I see a big sign up there, ticket counters. So, maybe it is right here. Yeah, it's always good to bring some time when you are in a foreign country and you want to figure out how to use the public transportations. Luckily, I'm not in a rush. Doesn't matter to me what time I arrive today, but yeah, I would actually like to arrive before the sun is down. I think that is like a 2-hour time window from now on. Purchase for today's trains. Okay, Hello, I would like to go to Shenzhen, Futian.
Futian Station.
Yeah.
4:10, is it okay?
So in like 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
else the next one will be 5:11.
No, then the
Okay,
next.
passport please.
Yeah.
If you cannot catch the train, you can change inside.
Again?
If you cannot catch the train,
Yeah.
you can change inside.
But I think 50 minutes is enough, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the crowd inside.
Okay.
Second class is fine?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, 75 Hong Kong dollars. You show the passport to check in.
And then where do I go?
Departure.
Over there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Alright, that was easy after all. 75 Hong Kong dollar for like a 14-minute high-speed train ride into mainland China. But something confused me because he said in case you can't catch the train, you can change the ticket inside the station to the next train. But I was confused, why should I miss the train? Because it's like 50 minutes to go until departure. And he said, well, the train station can get very busy, so be aware. So let's see if I will actually be able to catch this train or not. Okay, I think this area is to actually enter the train station. We have priority, first premium and business class here, then assistant and self-service. Let's see if I can get through the gates here myself. I think I just need to scan the ticket probably. Can I use it with a foreign passport?
Yes.
So do I need to scan the passport or the ticket?
Yes. Passport.
Alright, just scan the passport. Document not read. Okay. For some reason it seems like all the machines here can't read my passport. Okay, let's do it the old school way and speak to actually somebody. Hello, I'm going to Shenzhen. Okay, and I made it into the station, and yeah, after the check-in counters there was a security area similar to the security area in an airport, so I was not allowed to film there. And now I'm going to level B3, departure concourse. And yeah, the waiting time at the security was like 3-4 minutes, so also nothing which would cause issues with maybe not getting the train. Okay, here we are. I'm also curious to see where the actual immigration will be. So in case you don't know, Hong Kong and mainland China have two different immigration systems. So I have to leave Hong Kong and then go through immigration to enter mainland China. So I'm actually curious where all of that will happen. Maybe already here in the train station, or maybe later at the train station in mainland China. I think the immigration is actually here. Hong Kong residents and visitors. So it looks like the immigration out of Hong Kong at least is here inside the train station. Okay, and I was right. I just went through immigration. I officially left Hong Kong, and I have to say the whole process here reminds me very much of an airport. Like going through security, then the immigration area, then here is a duty-free area. I feel really like I'm at an airport. But I see another sign, immigration over there. China immigration. Not sure if you can see it on the camera. It's over there, the blue one. So do I go into mainland China already here now? Because I think the train station where we will arrive at is also a train station that you can arrive at when you gone like within mainland China, right? So I'm not sure if there will be immigration there. So where do I have to go now? China immigration? Yeah, I think all of the signs here are China immigration. So I think, I literally just left Hong Kong 1 minute ago over there, and now I go into mainland China. Whew, now I do understand why the guy at the ticket counter said I might not be able to catch this train, because that was quite a process. I had to go through Chinese immigration, and you have to fill out an arrival card, which is nothing unusual. Most Asian countries require you to have an arrival card filled out before you enter, so that was nothing unusual, but it took quite a while, and then there was a long line at immigration. Only one counter was open, and then after immigration there was another security check with also a huge line. But luckily it was moving quite fast. And now I have only about 10 minutes left until the train leaves. But here's gate 18 already. Gate 18A is, or 18B, one of those is the gate where I have to go to. Gate 18A. So it's not like just showing up at the train station and catching a train. You have to go through immigration, through security check. So I would say bring at least an hour if you want to do the same process here. And it's funny now, even though I'm physically still in Hong Kong, I am officially already in mainland China. So we have the train system of China here. So you can't go to the gate, or to the platform I should say, before it opens. So it usually opens about 10 minutes before departure. Okay, and the platform is open. We are ready to board. I'm looking for car number 3. 1, 2, so 3 must be the next one. Overall, I really like how organized it overall is in China. Nothing compared to train stations in Germany. And here, once you have figured out the system, once you understand it, it all makes sense. And it is actually quite organized. So here we have car number 3, and I have seat 8A. Alright, and here's the train. So let's see. Ah, perfect. I can leave my luggage here. Yeah, because this is China, super safe country. I'm not worried at all about my luggage sitting there. Hey, here we go. Alright, and yeah, this is a regular second class in Chinese trains. You always have the configuration, at least on all the Chinese trains I have been to in second class. It's always 3 and then 2 over there. If you go to the first class, it's usually 2-2. And what's interesting in Chinese trains, the business class is better than the first class. Usually in the rest, the first is always the best class, but at least on Chinese trains, I'm not sure about airplanes, but on Chinese trains, the first class is always a bit worse compared to the business class. Like you could even see that, for example, earlier when I tried to buy the ticket at the machine, the business class would have been more expensive than the first class. But yeah, I'm only on this train for 14 minutes anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. And yeah, you can charge your phone here. And yeah, not the most comfortable seat to be honest, but it's gonna be alright. And as usual in China, the train is leaving exactly on time, 10 minutes after 4. And I actually think that the whole journey from here into Shenzhen will be underground. Because I remember I took a train before from Wuhan in China to Hong Kong. And then we also passed by the train station in Shenzhen. And I think I remember correctly, from Shenzhen to here was completely underground. So let's see.
The train attendant if you need any assistance.
Alright, and here we are, and that was indeed a very quick ride, exactly 14 minutes. And yeah, basically the whole ride was underground. There was just a small section of like 10 seconds that was not in complete darkness. But yeah, that was overall, once again, quite a good Chinese train experience. Okay, I can carry my suitcase, don't need to go in long line there. And yeah, you maybe noticed that on this trip, I'm bringing my suitcase. I often get the question, how can I travel only with a small backpack? Because on most of my trips, that's all I'm carrying with me. So usually I don't travel with a suitcase, but because the temperatures here in China and also the city where I'm traveling to after Shenzhen are a bit lower, so I need some winter clothes, and that's why on this trip I'm bringing my suitcase. And to answer your question, the question that I often get, how can I travel so light with only this backpack? And the secret to that is I do laundries when I travel. I usually have clothes for about a week, and then I always need to do laundries on my trips. Okay, exiting. You know what, I'm going straight to the person because for some reason these machines can never read my passport. Okay, and here we are. So I could take the metro from here. Hi.
Is this you?
Oh, that's me, yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Oh, where's this video? Is this on Chinese social media?
Yeah.
Is this Bilibili?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, somebody took my videos to Bilibili.
Oh, yeah.
How many views do my videos get on Bilibili?
500,000.
500,000 views.
You can read
Oh, wow.
Chinese?
I cannot read Chinese. Are you from Shenzhen?
Yeah.
Yeah. My first time here.
So, where are you going?
To my hotel.
To a hotel?
Somewhere around here. I can walk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nice to meet you. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, that's always funny. My videos, especially my China videos, they always get uploaded to Chinese social media. I don't know who does that. My videos there are not posted on official Can Abroad channels, but yeah, my videos always end up there. And some of my videos get way more views on Chinese social media than on YouTube. That's also quite funny, but yeah, not on my official accounts. So I would prefer if you watch my videos on my official channels. But yeah, I know YouTube is actually not available in mainland China, so most people in China cannot watch my videos there, but then they can watch my videos on Bilibili. So if you're watching this right now on Bilibili, hello to you as well. Hello to Bilibili. And yeah, as expected, as you can see, the train station here is huge. Shenzhen is also, yeah, as usual in China, a city of several million people, so quite a huge city. And yeah, Shenzhen is known as one of the most futuristic city in the world. The reason for that is it's basically like a Silicon Valley of China. So all the tech companies are here, all the innovation, the new inventions, they always get tested first in this area, in this city. So I'm quite excited to see everything. And yeah, we're going to go much deeper into that topic in my next video from Shenzhen, which will be on my main channel. This is my second channel that you are watching currently, Can Abroad Live. On this channel I'm posting like more casual, random videos that don't really fit on my main channel. Also like Q&A videos, for example. So if you're curious in that, feel free to also subscribe to this channel. And then yeah, there will be a big main channel video about Shenzhen, about the futuristic theme. And I am in China now. Western apps do not work anymore. YouTube doesn't work. I also can't use WhatsApp at the moment, and Google Maps is also not working. But yeah, it's not my first time in China, so I'm prepared for that. And this time I actually downloaded the Chinese version of Google Maps before, which is called A Map. So let's see if we can actually figure out how to use that one. Conveniently, yeah, you can switch it to English. So let's see if it's working. Doesn't seem like I have any connection in here. Oh, you know what? I know what's the problem. I haven't connected my eSIM yet. I haven't turned it on yet, I should say. Okay, my eSIM is connected. Now I have internet, and now Western apps are also working. In case you're wondering why that's the case, I'm using an Olafly eSIM. And this video is not sponsored by Olafly, but Olafly works great. I'm using that all around the world. And the good thing about using Olafly in China is that with Olafly you can also use Western apps in China. So as you could just see, YouTube is working. I also just sent a message on WhatsApp, so no problem when you're connected with an Olafly eSIM. And yeah, I always have a link to Olafly in the description if you want to check it out, and that link also gives you a discount. And oh, we have drinking water. That's actually nice. I'm quite thirsty. And then I don't want to take a taxi, I don't want to take a bus. I would actually like to walk to my hotel. I don't think it's a long walk, like 10-15 minutes only. And yeah, when I'm arriving in a new city, somewhere I've never been to before, I like to walk to get first impressions. But yeah, let's figure out if it's actually going to be easy or not to walk. And I need to find out if my Alipay actually works. That could be a problem if that doesn't work. I used Alipay before when I was in mainland China the last time, but that was well over a year ago. So I just installed the app new yesterday, and I'm not sure if it's still working as it used to. Can I test Alipay here? Oh. Of course it's in Chinese, can't read it. Actually, you know what, I don't need to buy water here because we have drinking water here. But we don't have cups here. Yeah, there's no paper cup here, so you need to bring your own bottle to use it. Okay, let me figure out how I can use this Chinese vending machine. Excuse me, could you help me? I can't read it. Do you speak English?
Little.
I want to buy water, but I cannot read the Chinese language here. How can I buy the water? Can I pay with Jifubao? Oh yeah, we can use Alipay. Let's see if it's working actually. Scan here? Yeah? Oh, okay. Scanning it. Then let's see what's the price. No internet maybe? Can I pay with cash as well? Cash? Alright, now it's loading. I think it's working now. Here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Loaded now. Click here?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, it says I need to add my credit card. I thought I did that already yesterday. I did that already yesterday. No, it says I need to add my credit card. Maybe cash easier?
You cash me.
I give cash to you?
Better.
Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, maybe that's easier. Yeah, just buying a water in China as a foreigner can be complicated. It surprises me because it says on Alipay I need to add my credit card, which I literally did already yesterday. But for some reason it's not there anymore. It's way faster on her phone. Oh, perfect. Oh, so easy. Alright, xie. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you very much. Okay. Alright, that was really great. Now I have a water. But yeah, that means I have the problem now that I need to figure out how to properly set up Alipay again. Maybe let me find a seat and then I will figure that out. But yeah, great hospitality here. People are friendly in China. That was my experience before on my previous trips to China as well. If you struggle with something in China, the locals are always willing to help. And not everyone here speaks English, but you can use translating softwares. Most of the people here also really well know how to use translating apps, so that has never been a problem for me in the past on any of my visits in China. Okay, I just had a look on Alipay again, and for some reason my credit card is now saved again in the app. So I'm just trying to buy another water just to test it. Let's see if it's working. Yeah. Okay, for some reason now my credit card is connected again, and here's the water. Yeah, I would really recommend if you're coming to China for the first time, set up Alipay before you arrive here, which I actually did, but for some reason it was not working a few minutes ago, but now it does work. So I do have a second water now, but it's okay. You always need water, right? And I know that my Alipay is working now, which is a huge lifesaver in China. I mean, you can pay, in theory at least, at all the shops with cash. I think by law every shop in China is still required to accept cash, but in reality I think in all my visits to mainland China I have never seen somebody paying with cash anywhere. And of course I think it's also very convenient to not carry cash and just pay with your phone everywhere. And now I need to find the way out of the station. But there's metro, there's link, exit right here. I'm guessing this train station has several exits. Let's just leave here and then we figure out if we can navigate from there to my hotel. What I can always recommend though, if you are in China, always carry at least a bit of cash, even if you have Alipay, like in some situations it can always happen that Alipay fails for whatever reason, like you literally just saw an example at the vending machine, and then it's always good to have some emergency cash on you for these type of situations, because yeah, you don't want to be in a situation in a taxi, for example, and the taxi driver wants the money at the end of the ride and then your Alipay is not working and then you can't pay this man, right? So for these situations I always carry some cash with me in China. And here we are, right in the center, I believe, of Shenzhen. And oh wow, we have quite a huge building here already. And yeah, I can't say I'm surprised anymore because this is not my first time in mainland China. But if this is your first time seeing mainland China on the video, you might be surprised by how quiet this city of several million people is. Oh no, my God. Oh, damn it. Oh, my bag just literally rolled on the street. Here we are. Oh, that was a bit of an embarrassing moment, but need to hold tight with the hands to my backpack. But what I wanted to say is, yeah, China is extremely quiet. Many of the cars here are electric, so there's almost no noise pollution in the cities. Like for example, this bus here even is electric. And then that car, I'm not sure. This bus is also not electric, but yeah, you can hear. You can't hear anything. That's the point. And also all these scooters here are electric. I think it's not even allowed to drive non-electric scooters in China anymore. Please correct me in the comments if that's wrong, but I think that's how it is in Chinese cities. And yeah, also, of course, not a surprise anymore for me. It is super clean here. There's no trash. You don't see homeless people. I've never seen a homeless person anywhere in China, and I visited 10-15 different cities all over the country. So yeah, very first impressions here in Shenzhen, also quite nice. But yeah, let's figure out how to get to my hotel from here. Let me park the suitcase now here so it doesn't roll onto the street anymore. And let's see if I can actually use the Chinese version of Google Maps, which is called A Map. So it should work now because I have internet now. And yeah, we are here, Futian railway station. And my hotel, how do I, here. I'm looking for the Hilton Hotel. There are several Hilton hotels in the city. Let me make sure I'm finding the right one. Okay, yeah, this one here. Okay, literally my first time using this this app. 25 minutes. Oh, I thought it would be closer. I looked it up on Google Maps before and it was way closer, but yeah, that proves once again Google Maps is not reliable in China. But I think that's okay. It's a nice comfortable temperature now, around 20 degrees, which is a good temperature in my opinion to walk. And I'm curious to have a walk, and maybe we can also find some food along the way. I'm actually quite hungry, so let's see how the walk to my hotel will be, and it will be actually as easy as it looks on the map. Look what I found here. Aren't these koi fishes? I'm not a fish expert. If any one of you know, let me know in the comments. If these are koi fish are usually very expensive fish, right? I don't think in my country, Germany, anyone who owns koi fish would let them just swim next to a public road like this. But then, once again, China is a very safe country. To be honest, I never worry about safety when I'm in China, neither during the day nor in the night or after sunset. And that is actually one of my favorite things about visiting China. You can feel 100% safe everywhere. And one reason why it is so safe is surveillance. As you can see here, we have cameras, and they are literally all over the city, everywhere, in every Chinese city I have been to. And I know that will trigger many people in the comment section again, because I always get comments when I talk about safety or surveillance in China. Personally, for me, I don't care about the cameras at all. It makes me feel safe, and I believe if you have nothing to hide, then why should you worry about cameras around you? But I also know that many people, especially many Western people, disagree with that. But that is okay. We are all allowed to have our own opinions, right? And look how nice it looks here. You can sit outside, enjoy the view, the quiet view, despite being in the city center of a huge city. And yeah, this is now, I think, my 4th or 5th time visiting China in the past 2.5 years. The first time I was in China was towards the end of 2023. Maybe you remember my very first China video. First arrival, or stressful arrival, was the title, in Shanghai, China. And I always like to come back to China, and also the country is so huge and diverse. There are so many corners that are worth exploring in China, and so many corners I have never been to, like this city right here. So coming back to China is always worth it, in my opinion. I mean, wow, this already looks cool here. I like cities that look like this. Modern, huge skyscrapers. Maybe you remember, I have been to New York City a few months ago. Filmed 2 videos in New York. And New York also has a very, very impressive skyline. And being in Manhattan, surrounded by all these skyscrapers, was also really, really cool. But you can clearly see a difference between the skylines in China and the skylines in the US. Because obviously in the US it's a much older country. Not really, like it's not really an older country compared to China, but how to say that in English? China has way more modern buildings. Many of the buildings in Manhattan were built like 100 years ago. So the skyline there, of course, looks way older compared to the skylines of many Chinese cities. I mean, most of these buildings were probably built in the last 15, 20 years. Okay, I was just curious to know the exact population. According to Google, about 18 million people are living here. And yeah, because we just talked about Manhattan, I just thought about my experiences of walking around Manhattan, which I think has less than half of the population of Shenzhen. And if you saw my Manhattan videos, my New York videos, maybe you remember how crowded it was everywhere, how full, how busy, and then compare Shenzhen with New York. That is incredible actually. I always wonder, like, where are all the people? Where are the 18 million people that live here? It's incredible. I think maybe one reason is because the city is, like, obviously this is just one area. Maybe there are different areas which look busier. Of course, I just arrived here, I don't really know. But I also think that one reason is that, like, Manhattan is relatively small for the amount of people that live there. And here in Shenzhen, I think the city is quite spread. So you have 80 million people spread to a way larger area compared to Manhattan. And that's why it's looking not that busy, I think. And here we have a nice plaza. We have I think the brand belongs to Nike. Actually the same brand of my shirt. The Jordan brand belonging to Nike. We have Huawei over there. We have Starbucks over there. There was a KFC in the train station as well. So you always see also quite a few American brands here in China. Oh, I wonder what they are building here. Maybe there's an event in the next days. Looks like they are building like a stage here maybe. Wow, probably a big mall over there. That's why I enjoy walking when I'm arriving somewhere for the first time. Instead of just taking a taxi to your hotel, have a walk. Even though it's not as comfortable with the suitcase as my usual trips, just with my backpack, but it's okay for now. Yes, and here we have a McDonald's. So yeah, if you're an American arriving in China for the first time, there are some places that can make you feel like you're at home. KFC, Starbucks, McDonald's. I don't really know, I'm not American, but if you're from America, does seeing a McDonald's make you feel like home? I don't know. Oh, we do have some street food here. That looks delicious. Hello, ni hao.
Hello.
What are you selling here? What is this? Maybe some dim sum?
I'm sorry, no English.
No English, okay, no problem. Ah, pork inside? Meat? Yeah, pork? One? One please, yeah. Oh yeah, he was making the pig sound, telling me that there's a pork inside. Ah, oh, it's small, right? Oh, can I get two? Two please, yeah. Let's get two, why not? Oh, we also have some eggs here. Not sure what the black sauce is. Some corn as well. And then you can buy some drinks here. What is this? Oh, some jelly. Okay, how much? 5? Okay, Jifu Bao?
Okay.
Yeah? Ah, here. So you have a QR code here. De quoi? I'm from Germany. BMW, yeah. German car. Yeah, German cars are actually quite popular in China. Where's Jifu Bao? Here we go. Okay, let's hope it's working this time. Okay, and now I think I need to enter the amount. 5? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see if it's working.
English.
English, yeah, and German.
Sorry.
No problem. Ah, that sound confirmation, right? Okay. Okay, there was a speaker, I think, confirming that the payment has arrived. Okay, 谢谢. Thank you so much. Okay, have a good day. Oh, it's funny. Some Chinese people, they excuse for not being able to speak English, but I always think like, oh, you don't need to excuse. Like, I'm in your country, I should speak Chinese and not the other way around. But that's, yeah, most of the Chinese people that you encounter are very polite and friendly and, yeah, very kind and welcoming people in my experience. Okay, let me find a place where I can actually try the snacks. And look at the yellow bus over there. Is that the Chinese version of an American school bus? The yellow buses? They are super popular and famous for being from the US. Looks like this is the Chinese version of it. Looks way smaller than the American yellow buses though. I'm wondering, if you're from China, let me know. Are these also, or is this bus specifically also a school bus? Or what type of bus is it? And yeah, I think my hotel is actually one of the buildings there. So I think there's an underground passage here that I can use. Okay. And let's give this a try. Actually, I'm very hungry. Haven't had any food since breakfast in my hotel this morning. Let's give it a try. I hope I really understood him and there's pork inside. And yeah, I tried these before and usually they are very delicious. Let's see if this one is as well. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. Pretty sure this is pork meat inside, then like a brownish gravy sauce, and I think also onions inside. And then you have the very doughy bun basically. Oh, this is great. Oh wow. I love Chinese food overall. The Chinese cuisine is definitely one of my favorite cuisines in the world. It's so nice, and one of these only costs 2.5 yuan. And I think that here we also have some normal residential buildings, so not as modern as the skyscrapers we just saw, but these are some regular buildings, I would say. Probably, yeah, I see clothes hanging on all the balconies, so probably just regular residential buildings right here. Okay, let me check the map again. Yeah, I'm here now, and yeah, my hotel. Ah, I can see the Hilton logo already. That building right there. So let's see what an American Hilton hotel is like. Hilton is obviously an American brand, and I'm paying about $150 there. So let's see what that gets us in an American hotel here in China. This is a metro station. Can I pass through here to get to the other side of the road? Let's find out. Because if not, I'm not sure how to cross over the big road there. And yeah, look at that. That was exactly what I was expecting. Many metro stations in China are not only metro stations, they are also huge underground malls. And that is exactly what's the case here, I think. So we have a mall, which literally looks like it's huge. I can't even see the end from here. You can buy phones here, you can buy snacks here, you can get a haircut here. Oh, actually I would like to get a haircut, but I think I'm not doing that today. Maybe tomorrow. Check out my TikTok for the Chinese haircut video. Coming soon to my TikTok. Oh, look at that. We have egg tarts here. Hello, ni hao. I don't speak Chinese. Are these egg tarts?
Yeah.
The green one? What is the green flavor? Pandan?
Little English.
No problem. Okay. Ah, we even have English here. Pistachio, sunflower.
One delicious. Top one.
This is delicious?
Yes.
Okay, can I get one, please? Okay, let's try the pistachio egg tart here. For I think it's 9.90 yuan. Oh wow. Are these like the egg tarts in Hong Kong? Or different?
No.
Not same. I'm asking because Hong Kong is so close by and egg tarts are really popular in Hong Kong. So I'm wondering if they are different here or the same. Looks like a little bakery shop here. Look at the croissants. They look insane. Wow. Oh, I'm actually curious to try one of the croissants as well, but I think that will be enough for now. Just this one, yeah. How does it work? Which transfer? Oh, okay. Okay, this time I didn't have to scan her code. She scanned the code on my phone and now the payment is done. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Alright, and now we have something else to try. Maybe I can find a place to sit down for a while to give this egg tart a try. And yeah, this section is basically a food court. So many different restaurants here, and wow, the pictures actually look quite good. But I'm not really keen for a full sit-down meal here now, right? Yeah, I can't read anything here, but judging from the pictures, oh, suitcase is rolling away again. Judging from the pictures, I think a lot of this food would be to my liking. This might be sweet and sour pork, one of my favorite Chinese dishes. Maybe I'm actually coming back here later, because yeah, I think my hotel is basically right next to here. Yeah, if you're ever coming to China, or not only to China, if you're coming to a new country, somewhere you've never been to before, I can always highly recommend just to go to places like this, where you can try a lot of food you have never tried before. Buy some street food like I just did, some small samples, sit down somewhere, try a meal you've never tried before. That's one of my favorite things about traveling. Seeing and trying and experiencing new things. And look at this vending machine here. There's a Ferrari vending machine. I've never seen something like this before. You can literally buy small little toy cars from Ferrari right here. Oh, also Red Bull down there, so it's not only Ferrari. Wow, have you ever seen something like this before? Yeah, here a Red Bull racing car. The bigger version, then some smaller ones as well. Oh, if I would still be a little boy, I love to play with small cars like this. When I was a child, I had probably hundreds of them. I wonder where they went, because I haven't seen them for many years anymore. And we have Max Verstappen, German racing driver. Wow, that is a very unique vending machine, and yeah, most of these items here are about $10 to $20. I'm not sure if that is cheap or expensive for these racing cars. You can let me know in the comments, but this is definitely a very unexpected vending machine here. The red color, the Ferrari logo up there. Let me know in the comments if you have ever seen a vending machine like this. I've never seen that before. Okay, I successfully made it to the other side. Right over there is where I just tried the street food, and then yeah, underground here is this huge shopping mall basically. That is literally incredible. And I guess this place right here is also a shopping center. So plenty of shopping opportunities and food opportunities all around. And now I am on the right side of my hotel, and we have a 7-Eleven here, always good to have. And something that's actually interesting, if you have never been to China before, let me show you that. So everywhere in China you see little machines like this, and these are power banks that you can rent. So you scan the QR code and then you pay to rent the power bank, because obviously power banks are very important here in China, because if your phone battery is empty, it's basically like losing your wallet, because you have to pay with your phone. So that's why all over China you can see these little stations where you can just get power banks for, I think actually they are not expensive, they are very affordable. You can rent them for like 1, 2, 3 hours and then return them at every single station that looks like this. And here again, another KFC. KFC seems to be popular here. I'm only here for half an hour and I have seen 2 KFCs already in the city. Okay, and I made it to my hotel, that building right here. And we have a German car here. It's a Maybach. Huh, that's quite an expensive car, isn't it? First I thought it's a German BMW. The first look was similar, but it's actually a Maybach. Maybach? I'm not sure how you pronounce it in English. In German we say Maybach, but I'm sure that's not how we say it in English. Anyway, here we are. So, the Futian Shenzhen Futian. Let's see what our money gets here. Oh, we have an electric, how you call that in English? Electric fireplace. That looks quite cozy actually. That would be cool to have in a room. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
I would like to check in.
Okay.
Okay, I checked in and I really love staying in Asian hotels. I will tell you in a second why. I will also show you the room, of course, and I still need to try that egg tart, which I'm gonna do first probably. Where it is? Here, 1805. Oh, you can almost not see the room. That looks very interesting. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so before I give you a room tour, let me try the egg tart first. This is what it's looking like, so quite excited because usually I really like egg tarts. They are, for example, very popular in Hong Kong or Macau, but you can find them basically in every Asian country, to be honest. Let's give it a try. So the cream here is similar to a custard cream, and then we have a bit of pistachio flavor, not a huge flavor though. And then the outside part is here like a crispy pastry, but yeah, this is what I really love. The custard part, but to be honest, the pastry is quite oily in this case, which is not that nice to be honest. Okay. The custard, very delicious. The pastry part, a bit too oily. Okay, and now let me give you a room tour, and yeah, why I really love staying in Asian hotels. One of the reasons is you usually get way more value for your money. Like this hotel, I'm gonna show you the room now, and this is $150. And maybe you remember some of my hotels in the US, for example, where I paid $300, $400, up to $500. They were far away from being on a quality level like this. And what I also really love in Asia is they value your membership status. Now, having membership status is nothing that is super important to me, and I don't really care that much about it, but it is still nice if a hotel values that. So for example, I have gold membership status with Hilton and with Marriott hotels, and they just gave me an upgrade for free to a room that includes executive lounge access. So that is nice to have, because in the lounge in hotels you can usually eat dinner for free. Many lounges also have breakfast just for the people who have access to the lounge, so it's usually way quieter compared to the regular hotel's breakfast, and they have afternoon snacks and coffee and drinks, so having access to the lounge is quite nice to have sometimes. And they just upgraded me to a room with lounge access, just because I have gold membership status. And in all my hotel stays in the US, that never happened. I never got an upgrade in US Hilton hotels, and also in every Hilton hotel around the world, gold membership status in Hilton hotels gives you free breakfast. Also in the US, there were some Hilton hotels where I not even got free breakfast. So yeah, outside of the US, especially in Asia, that's in my experience, they really are really good with valuing membership status. It's the same basically for Marriott hotels, by the way. Anyway, so this is the view that I have. So I think the view is also quite nice, but it's not the modern city center view, which is around the corner where we're just coming from, but also not a bad view to have. And then yeah, this is what $150 a night gets you in a Hilton hotel in China. Let me give you a quick tour. So we have a seating area here. Then we have a big desk area, and you can also have in-room dining here with Western options even. We have a beef burger, fish and chips, club sandwich, margarita pizza, and all of that for like 10-15 US dollar. Quite affordable. Like usually in-room dining in hotels, especially in like hotels like this, is quite pricey sometimes. But here for $10-15 they deliver you Western food straight to the room. That is really nice, I would say. And then yeah, we have water bottles here, plenty of them. Let's see, I don't think there's a filled minibar here. Where's the fridge? Somewhere there should be a fridge right here. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see if there's something inside or not. No. I don't understand why so many hotels around the world do not have anything included in the minibar anymore. I think that used to be different like 10, 15, 20 years ago. But nowadays, in all the countries, no matter how much you're paying for the hotels, it's quite rare that you have a really properly filled minibar. Anyway, the bed is here. We're gonna test the bed in a second as well. This is the bathroom. Quite spacious with a bathtub here, but also a shower. Let's see, this side is, yeah, this is a nice shower. Look at that. That looks quite spacious. And then I guess this will be the toilet. Here we go. Is it? No, it's not as in Japanese hotels, not a fancy Japanese toilet, but a regular toilet will do the job as well. And then let's give the bed a test. Usually in Hilton hotels, I really like the beds. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. This is a hard bed. I prefer soft beds. This is quite hard. But let's see if the pillows are going to make up for that. Oh yeah, the pillows are, oh, that feels very nice. Oh, okay, the pillows are great. Alright, but overall I would say, especially with the upgrade that I got, a lot of value for $150 a night. I'm gonna stay here for a few days exploring the city in more depth. But yeah, like I said, this is a video on my second channel, and in my main channel video I'm going to focus especially on how futuristic the city is. Like I heard there are taxis here without the driver, there are robot cafes, you can get food delivered via drone, there's a robot museum here. So I'm very excited to explore that in depth. And if you're curious to see that, check out my main channel Ken Abroad. I think by the time this video is posted, my main channel Shenzhen video will be already out. So feel free to check it out, and then see you over there. Go see the world yourself, take care, and until next time.